Hello everyone. Today I'm going to speak about chess a little bit. The game of chess. I am nowhere near a good player. I am average at best and maybe below average. But I'm a chess fan. I like watching the tournaments. Big fan of Magnus Carlsen. My favorite player is Garry Kasparov. I like his spirit. I like following the game. But there's a problem which I noticed with the game that I am not the first to have noticed. In fact, two of the biggest names in chess from the past have pointed out this very problem in chess, and I believe it has gotten to the point right now where I believe it warrants change. Now, the two players I want to mention are two of probably the best players ever known. One is Jose Raul Capablanca, and the other one is Bobby Fischer. Pretty much two chess prodigies, world champions, excellent, known for the exceptional skill and natural talent at the game. Both of these individuals pointed out a problem, but I'd like to focus on Capablanca a little bit right now. Capablanca noticed something. Noticed that many of the players he played against, as those other grandmasters, spent a lot of time in opening theory. And not only spend a lot of time in the theory, these guys memorized lines. And he believed that it was taking away from the spirit of the game. And he was right. He even said, it was rumored that he said this, he denied it, but it was rumored that he said that he believed that in about 50 years, the game would be dead because of this extensive analysis of opening theory where guys would memorize lines, analyze things down, and there would be less over-the-board brilliancies and less use of skill. Bobby Fischer thought the same thing. In fact, it is well known that Bobby Fischer created the Chess 960, or Fischer Random as it is known. He created it because he saw this very same problem. Back to Capablanca again. He said that in about 50 years, chess would be dead, or it is rumored that he said that. So how about we look at the point of his death in 1942 and look at about 50 years later. So he died in 1942, 50 years later would be 1992, but I'd like to focus on the championship in 2000 between Garry Kasparov and Vladimir Kramnik. Kramnik won that championship, he won that match. But there's something very unique about the match, in that when Kramnik got the advantage in the match, it is well known that he used the Berlin defense as a drawing weapon to basically stifle Kasparov and frustrate him. The very same thing that Capablanca predicted. He said that because of this studying of lines and how easy it is for the grandmasters to draw the game, he was considering variants of the game to complicate the game more and make memorization of lines and chess theory have such a big impact on the game. Very ironic that a little bit more than 50 years after his death, that the use of the analysis of chess and even the use of chess engines, although those would as strong as they are right now, which makes the problem worse, by the way. But the use of this technology made Kramnik the world champion, and it has become worse as time has gone on, to the point where right now I'd like to even mention Kramnik again. I don't want to focus too much on him, but he just happened to be the very same. He just happened to be the individual I mentioned again because of something I remember that happened in the 2018 candidates tournament. In that tournament, to be honest, I'm a big Aronian fan, and I was looking forward. I really wanted to see Aronian and Carlsen in a world championship match. I really wanted to see it. So I was focusing on that match, and I was hoping he would beat Kramnik, especially in that round 3 encounter. But something very interesting happened in that round 3 encounter. The famous Rook G8 maneuver. They call the match a brilliancy. How he defeated Aronian, how Kramnik defeated Aronian in that game. But Kramnik admitted that move and the analysis from the lines, the analysis of those lines that led from that move, he studied it, and he had that move in his pocket, his back pocket, for years, waiting for an opportunity to use it. And he got the opportunity to use it in the candidates, and Aronian lost the match. How can we say that this is how we want chess to be played? How can we say that this is what we want? People speak of Tal and how exciting his games were to watch. But how can you have the excitement of the Tal matches when these guys are memorizing lines and holding special tactics and moves in their back pocket for years, waiting for an opportunity to use them? Is this how we want chess to be played? Chess has a big problem. A big problem. And it's that the game, especially at the top level, it has become too theoretical. The heavy use of chess engines to analyze moves and get instant feedback, and have individuals study all these lines with the use of technology, and then hold these special moves, these tactics, hold them in store for years, waiting for an opportunity to use them. This is not how I believe we want the game to be played. I believe we want to see the human versus human competition, man versus man, woman versus woman, mind versus mind. And we do not want the use of these chess engines to come in and encroach on that brilliant fight, that brilliant event that we have come to watch. And that is chess's problem. Too much, especially the use of chess engines, has really taken away from the game. And we have to admit, someone holding one move for years, waiting for an opportunity to use it, and especially in a big tournament like the candidates where he brings it out and another grandmaster loses, I don't believe that's what we want. And that is where Fischer Random comes in. I believe that Fischer Random is the answer. With all these variations in the opening setups, the setups for the pieces is so, with 960 variations, memorizing lines and openings is not practical. And that is exactly what a brilliant guy like Fischer wanted. Capablanca wanted the same thing. The true chess geniuses, those who knew the game on an instinctive level, the best of the best, want the game to be played in that way. the natural way, not memorizing lines, but thinking of tactics on the spot, coming up with elaborate strategies that no one has ever seen, and putting away all this holding on to one move for years, hoping that you'll get the opportunity to use it. Take that away. Let's get back to the essence of chess, the human versus human battle. And I believe the answer is in Chess 960.